had all of these bananas because typically I would grocery shop at Aldi, but I've kind of been going back and forth between Aldi and Walmart lately, and I've had this happen to me in the two opposite ways that it could happen. So at Aldi, when you order online, if you put that you want one banana, like if you search bananas and you put one, you will physically get one banana. So you have to put the number of how many bananas you actually want. So I learned that because that's what happened to me. I put one for like a bunch and I got one single banana. So then I went to Walmart and I was online because I'm kind of just trying to play around with our grocery amount and what's cheaper and what I can get where. And I looked at the amount for how much it was, and it still didn't make any sense. Like, it was listed the same as what it is at Aldi. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly. So I put in 6 because I wanted 6 bananas, and I ended up getting literally 6 bunches. So we had way too many bananas, and I ended up freezing a bunch for smoothies, and then I also decided to make a couple loaves of banana bread. So I am milling up some fresh flour for that, and I'll have the recipe linked for you down below for that as well. I actually used coconut sugar for this recipe. I can't remember exactly what sugar it called for. I don't think it was honey. I think it was just regular sugar. So I just used coconut sugar. That's what I had on hand. It is a little less sweet, but I don't mind that, especially having nice and ripe bananas in there. Those are really sweet when they're ripe like that. So you really don't need a ton of extra sugar unless you want it to taste that way, but I definitely like it to be a little bit less because then it's, I don't know, feels like more of a health food when you have the freshly milled whole grains. You ferment it with sourdough, which I did in the fridge because it has eggs in it. And then, you know, the coconut sugar just has more, I think, like vitamins and minerals and stuff in it than just regular sugar would. So here I am just greasing up these 2 bread pans. I'm all out of parchment paper. That would be my preference because I think these bread pans they're definitely not like a non-toxic one, but that's just what I have. So when I'm out of parchment paper, I just use coconut oil. It works great as long as you let everything cool enough before trying to pop it out of there, otherwise it will probably fall apart. I've had that happen to me before. So if you wait long enough, the coconut oil works great. And this turned out super yummy, and we're definitely sharing it with family because I made 2 loaves and that's way too much for our little small family, but we're definitely enjoying it. We have a jackpot Goodwill haul to show. We're going to start with the school bus. We found a school bus toy, which we kind of had been looking for. This is a good size one, nice for driving around on the ground. And then a lot of what I was looking for has to do with Christmas gifts. Some of this is for us, actually only like a few things, but the rest is for, well, it's about half and half as I'm looking at it. So I found a garland for $2.99. It's just a plain, simple garland. I should have gotten both of them. There were actually 2, but I only got one. And I figure I'll just
hang it somewhere pretty, put some ribbon on it. I'm just looking for ways to bring festivity to multiple areas of my home for the holidays, and I really like, even though this isn't completely natural, it's artificial. It's entirely artificial, but I like the look of that versus like the signs that say things, even though Hobby Lobby does have a lot of cute stuff. But I like this because it just brings a feeling of warmth a little more. It'd be better if it was real, but this was $2.99 for a 9-foot garland. And then I found a wreath. I'd actually been looking for one for our door. We have one that isn't super Christmassy. It's more like, I usually would put it up in January. I've been looking for one that was green, pines, just something a little more warm. So this one was $6.99. I'm not going to take it all the way out. Just has some pine cones on it, sprinkled around. I think I'll tie a ribbon on it, probably red or something plaid. And this will be really pretty for Christmas time and beyond. And then I found actually 2 frames like this. One is bigger, one is smaller. But I usually always snag these if I find them because they are so well made. And even though 9 times out of 10 I end up taking them apart and putting my own pictures in them, they are just so well made. The frames are really nice. They're just like, they just feel solid.
Where's our frame?
Right in there. I'll do that one next. They're just solid, and if I can find them for a good price, I will grab them because I love how they look, and sometimes they are priced really high. So I think it just depends on who's pricing them, but this one was $3.99 and it's really big. I don't even know what size it is. I'd have to measure it. It's very big. And it has on the back, you can hang it horizontal or vertical. So either way, and yeah, I just love the intricate detailing. Sometimes I paint them, sometimes I don't. But if they're a good price, I will always snag these. The second one was $2.99. So it's a little bit smaller, but it's just as well made. It's solid, it's beautiful, and I don't mind what's in there. It says patient, understanding, love and sympathy, unselfishness and kindness. That's what mother means to me. But I don't think I'd hang that in my house right now, but it is really pretty. I like the colors. I did buy it for the frame and the price was right. Okay, so this one is going to be for a gift. This one was $2.99. Just a nice gold frame, and you can hang it or it can sit. So I like that. And we'll probably put like a family photo in here for one of the grandparents. So it's just a nice gold, nice looking frame. Now this basket was $2.99, and I've kind of been looking for one relatively just like this actually. It's not absolutely perfect, but I'm trying to switch a lot of my plastic bins that I have in my kitchen and in bathrooms and stuff with stuff like this just because it looks prettier. I just like it. And so I do it slowly. I thrift and just as I'm able. So this one I think is going to be for medicines. I think it's a good size for that. It's the right amount of depth and it'll fit where we have ours right now, and then it'll just be a little prettier. And then for a couple gifts this year, and I'm sharing these because I don't think people watch my channel. I'm hoping that they don't. If they do, I guess then they'll hear about some of my ideas. I found a couple of medium-sized vases, and these are exactly what I was looking for. I wanted them big enough to kind of make a statement, but not too big that it would be like a huge project. So I'm going to make candy cane bouquets. If you look this up, there's a lot of different ways that you could do that, but the one that I saw actually came from a sweet book that we have called The Candy Maker's Gift, and it was in the back, and they put candy canes around the vase. So you do a rubber band and then you put candy canes all the way around, and then our Sam's Club has had some really beautiful dark deep red roses, so I'm gonna get a bouquet of those, probably just one because they're pretty big, and split it between the two, and then there will be candy canes around, and then you tie a ribbon. So this green one I thought was really pretty. I'm actually super tempted to just keep this for myself because I really like it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give it as a gift, and it's something that, you know, they can use in their home afterwards too. So this one was $2.99, and then this one's definitely a little bigger than that one. Maybe more of a statement piece, but I just thought it would be perfect. I thought it'd be really cute with the candy canes around it. The way it's a little bit decorative down here, I think will be really nice. Obviously you could use it in your home afterwards too. So this one was a little more, $4.99, but still for $5, like this would be so much more than that just at Target or something. And it's sturdy, solid, really pretty.